Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. This thing is like $50,000, and this does show one of the funny quirks of American pickup trucks because they let you just add pretty much all the options to even a base model. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Chevy here in Park City for giving me some time with this truck. Link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Javier. Link to my car buying guide too. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbo 2.7 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 17 around 10, 21 on the highway. Power outputs 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So this one's finished in the bronze color, which I think is pretty cool looking. Now the Trail Boss does get the more baseline headlights, and then you can see you've got lots of plastic cladding here on the front end, Trail Boss logo. This one still has the air dam. It doesn't have that upgraded skid plate package, but you do have tow hooks there at the bottom. And so yeah, the front end kind of more work truck-ish, but then also the bronze makes it look less work truck-ish. Tire and wheel setup is 265 by 65 by 18, and you'll notice that the wheels are completely blacked out. And we do have these snow-rated all-terrain tires. They're pretty nice. Big chunky fender flares, as you can see, for the larger tires. And then notice the mirror cap's actually gray. That's weird. You do have leaf springs in the rear. With this, they're probably not going to be all that visible. But taking a few steps back, there's your side profile. Now this leads us to the key fob, if it'll ever focus on it. There we go. We've got our lock and unlock function, remote start as well. And we'll pop into the bed area. So this does lower down very slowly. Notice we've got protection here from the factory already, which is really nice. The tailgate's still lowering, by the way. You also have a little storage space here. You've got a ruler on the back, and we closed the tailgate before it even finished. You can see Chevrolet there stamped into the back. You've got the more baseline taillights, a little bumper step there too. And there's the rest of the rear. Popping inside the Trail Boss, this one has the upgraded interior, so this isn't changed on the door panel, still have the storage and all of that. But the seats, I'm pretty sure they're vinyl, but it's got the upgraded seats. You have a little strap or handle here on the side. You gotta pull with one hand and then you can pick up the seat for storage underneath. Legroom, normal for a mid-sized truck. And then you can see with the vents there in the back, and then the manual opening for the window. And that's all. This leads us to the front, where again, you've got the kind of like more basic trim front window. Driver window is automatic. Blind spot running with the mirrors. 1520 for the payload capacity, and then again with the front seat, it's got that same kind of like vinyl looking trim. Power adjustments on the side, and then you can see here with the trailer brake controls built in there, and then again the dash is going to be more basic with the trim. Take a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around, radio controls in the back, heated steering wheel control in the front, control for the center screen there. You've got adaptive cruise control built in with this. Turn signal, windshield wiper, stock. So overall, nice setup. Full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which you can change what this displays. Some of the things that I do like about this new Colorado versus the previous is how customizable this is. It is a little bit of a gimmick though, to be honest, but I think it's a somewhat nice gimmick. This one has a 360 camera system. You can see all the different angles with the truck, good resolution with it. And then, yep, light controls built into the infotainment system, something to note if you don't already know that. Quick response time with this screen. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We also have off-road pages with this because again, it's the Trail Boss. And then your drive modes, it'll show like a little animation here. And we do have modes for both on-road and off-road use, which is of course nice to have. Little analog radio control, and then we've got our climate controls down below. Dual zone climate, heated seats, auto stop start here. You've got lane departure, little USB port there, phone charging pad, shifter here with the manual function on the side, and then this does have 4-wheel auto, high, low, dual high. It's got all of it. Drive mode select is twisting that, by the way. Parking brake, got some cup holders, and then plenty of storage. Nice trim here on the top. I like the vent there across. We've got regular rear view mirror, and then no center for anything like that. And then I don't have a window sticker, but this sticker is for about $50,000 And that's the thing about these American packages, is a la carte with the options, so you can take something like this and make it almost as expensive as the ZR2. Let's take it out. It's like a little snowy hill here, so I don't know. I thought this would be interesting because what we're gonna do is see how that rear locker can work. So I'm gonna put it in 2-wheel drive to start off with. And then, sorry, I'm gonna turn that off. See if we can even get out in 2-wheel drive. Gosh. Okay. Well, gotta wait for these people first. Surprisingly, it went forward pretty decently right off the bat. So again, I am in 2-wheel drive right now. Okay, yeah, so it's not going. I mean, I'll try again. Yeah, no, it's not going down. So we will reverse again, and I'll just put it in 4-wheel auto. See if that. Oh, we've got a person coming. Nice that this has a 360 camera. And another person coming. Silverado EV. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, the 4-wheel drive auto completely fixed that. So, see if it'll go into 2-wheel drive on the fly. Yeah, I thought that'd be interesting for you guys to see the difference. Like, the 4-wheel drive auto is very smooth there with the activation and everything. Now the Colorado does, this new Colorado does well. So I actually looked up the elevation of this place, and it's on my inclinometer, and it's actually like 6,500 feet above sea level, which isn't the highest, but not low either, right? So with this turbocharged engine, man, I'm going faster than I think I'm going. This thing just gets away from you. Yeah, with this turbocharged engine, it's got plenty of low-end torque. I do like these seats, these upgraded seats. I don't think this is leather. It feels like it's kind of like synthetic, like probably vinyl or something, but easier to clean than the cloth. So that's a benefit. And we'll see the turning radius here when we flip around. Man, one thing I will say is I never see traffic up here, but all of a sudden, oh, I'm looking for, I was just reviewing a Silverado with the column shifter, and so I'm looking for the column shifter there. Yeah, see, like most of these new turbo engines, you don't really go full throttle ever, because full throttle is kind of disappointing. It's not slow, but it's all about the low end torque. Like, you just kind of ride the torque wave, and that's where the powertrain and the truck really shines. Good performance though. Good performance. So, Colorado Trail Boss with all this fancy kit. I will say this does show kind of a slight problem with some of these American trucks. Is I understand, like, giving people the option to build what they want, but also, man, do they nickel and dime you for everything. They really do. You know, I think that Toyota is definitely overpriced in the mid-size pickup truck segment, but what I do like about what Toyota does is it's kind of like, do you want base or do you want loaded up? Like, you look at like a TRD off-road, for example. You have base, and you have a mid, and then you have premium. And I don't agree with the price hikes they have on the mid and the premium, but it just makes it more simple versus like all these different little individual options. And then you get weird stuff where you have this that is, you know, not quite as expensive as a ZR2, but it's getting up there. It is definitely getting up there in price because it has all the options. So yeah, just kind of a weird setup. Thought you guys liked to see it and maybe see how the Colorado performs at higher elevation. Also, I want to do some mid-size pickup truck comparisons. Let me know what you guys want to see in terms of trucks, you know, and then also packages, right? Do Do you want to see Colorado Trail Boss versus Tacoma Tier D off-road, for example? Just let me know on that.